Hey there! Welcome to another episode of PhysicianEstate podcast. This is your host, Dr. Harsha Mule. I am the owner and founder of PhysicianEstate platform. I am podcasting to you today from Miami, Florida. PhysicianEstate is a physician-owned real estate platform directed towards doctors in USA. We provide free real estate resources and investment opportunities to physicians. We facilitate physicians to make wealth and keep wealth. You are currently listening to podcast 14 of PhysicianEstate. In this episode, I will be going over a commonly asked question: can a physician, or for that matter any other person who is on an H-1B visa, start an LLC to invest in real estate? This article is directed towards physicians and other immigrant workers who are currently on an H-1B visa sponsored by an American company and are planning to invest in real estate via their own LLC or business entity. Let's talk about a real-life question. I'm an Indian citizen working for an American company in USA. This company sponsored my H-1B visa. Can I open my own LLC or a business entity structure to buy a investment real estate property in USA using my LLC? Can I incorporate an LLC, and can that LLC buy a real estate investment property? In the initial stages of my investment career, this question kept me up during the night for many months. I never got a straight black and white answer from my legal counsel. The more number of attorneys you speak to, the more variation you will hear on how they answer the question. That's primarily because the USCIS uses slightly vague language to describe the regulations, and how you interpret the law completely depends on the person or the attorney interpreting it and the risk tolerance of that person. This leaves you in a lot of uncertainty. I came to the following conclusions after much research on this topic. This is not legal advice. Please reach out to your attorney for legal advice. Now, what's the difference between owning an LLC to run a business versus owning an LLC to buy real estate? When we evaluate the USCIS stance on H-1B holders owning an LLC, we need to understand two different scenarios. Number one, H-1B holder working for an American company opens his or her LLC and wants to work for their LLC and get another H-1B sponsored by his own LLC. This is complicated, and we are not discussing this scenario in this podcast. Refer to another article for more details about how to go about this scenario. If you want to know more about this particular topic, refer to a blog post on a website called upcounsel.com, upcounsel.com, which has a detailed blog post about starting a company on H-1B, everything you need to know. Now let's go to the second scenario. H-1B holder working for an American company wants to invest in real estate. For the sake of adding additional asset protection, he or she opens an LLC and buys properties under his or her LLC. In this blog post, we discuss about this scenario in particular. Now, what's the bottom line? Can an H-1B visa holder start an LLC to invest in real estate? Physicians on H-1B visa can open their own LLC to buy investment real estate properties with that LLC. The person should only be the owner of the LLC company. He or she cannot work for the company. The owners of the LLC must be passively involved in the company. The word passively is really important. If you want to own rental properties under an LLC, you can do it. But if you want to manage it, when I say management, it can include reconstruction, renovation, managing the rental pool, etc. If you want to manage the property, you must hire a property manager to do it. You should not manage it directly. You cannot be the CEO of the LLC. If you manage it by yourself, you will be violating USCIS regulations. You must limit yourself to being a passive investor or passive shareholder. You can oversee your business as a passive shareholder or investor, but you're not supposed to participate directly in the operations. You can own a business that is LLC, have ownership rights, receive cash flows, receive dividends, and capital gains. Now let's take a step back and talk about what is the basic understanding of USCIS regulations. If you are on an H-1B visa sponsored by an American company, you can work only for that company. You cannot work for any other company, either paid work or free voluntary work. If you do, you will be taking up a job that could have otherwise been given to an American worker, and your work will be considered unauthorized employment. Hence, if you work for a second company, that is your own LLC in this case, either for salary or benefits or for free as a voluntary work, you are taking away a potential opportunity from an American worker. Hence, USCIS regulations say that you can own your own company or LLC while you're on an H-1B visa sponsored by an American company, but you cannot work for your own LLC. Now, let's talk about what precautions you should be taking if you're on a visa and own an LLC. If you are employed with an American employer that sponsored your H-1B visa, you have to stay with your employer even after you open your LLC. You cannot resign to your current job. If you do, your stay in USA will become illegal. While on an H-1B, if you open your own LLC to buy or invest in a bunch of single-family homes or multi-family homes, you need to hire a property manager to manage the properties. You cannot manage the property yourself. While on an H-1B visa, if you open your own LLC to invest into a commercial property syndication deal, this will be considered as a passive investment. The sponsors of the syndication deal are managing the property. You're not the manager, hence it does not violate the USCIS regulations in my opinion, based on speaking with legal advisors. This is, however, not my legal advice to you. You need to get your own legal counsel. If you are an H-1B visa and want to invest in real estate, a basic simple starting point would be hire an immigration attorney and seek legal advice. If you have an appetite for more information, refer to USCIS publications regarding this topic, and the links to these USCIS publications are laid out in a blog post that I wrote on PhysicianEstate.com. Here at Physician Estate, we invest exclusively in real estate syndication deals and resources regarding real estate syndications for physicians. Stay in touch with us by signing up for our newsletter. This newsletter will keep you up to speed on current syndication deals we are looking at and provide physicians with investment opportunities and much more. That should bring us to the end of this topic. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Physician Estate Podcast. Don't forget to take advantage of our 2 new eBooks, ABCs of Real Estate Syndication Deal and How to Avoid Medical Malpractice Lawsuits. Signing off for now, this is your host Dr. Harsha Mule. Until next time, make wealth and keep wealth.
Disclaimer: I am not a legal advisor or investment advisor. The content in this podcast is not investment advice. This is my personal blog, and all the content found here is for informational, entertainment, or educational purposes only. It should not be construed as personal investment advice.